This is a general reading for the sign of Virgo. If you have Virgo anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Always practice good discernment. You know what is for you and what is not for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Virgo. And Virgo, let's talk about the moon this week. The moon this week will be the new moon, and it will move through Scorpio. As the moon moves through Scorpio, it is a time of looking within and transformation of our feelings and emotions. Do not be surprised if thoughts and feelings arise that will ask us or help us examine patterns, fears, and traumas that affect our lives. Scorpio is an intense water sign, and so we can expect intense transformation. Transformation that really deals with our shadow selves that we have hidden from ourselves. We can expect parts of our shadow selves to be revealed during this new moon as it moves through Scorpio this week. The foundation, the basis for your reading is the Queen of Cups. Sitting back, stepping back, and relaxing and enjoying what we have and who we are. It is driven by the Queen of Pentacles, or excuse me, the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is really balance and guardedness. Perhaps, Virgo, you've been overly guarded, and it's time to let your guard down and let held in, pent up feelings and emotions flow. Let's see how that plays into the rest of your reading this week. Let's bring those down just a hair. There we go. We like that. And we start off with the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands, looking towards the future, getting ready to take the next step, the next leg in your journey, and leaving behind those thoughts, those feelings that are not serving you. Finding the passion, finding the fire within as the wheel spins, the wheel of fortune, karma spinning. Staying connected. Staying connected as an attempt to guard yourself or to protect yourself. You've been overly guarded, and that overly guardedness has put up a wall, has put up a barrier, and you're having a difficult time focusing, staying in line or staying in sync with those around you. There just seems to be a disconnect with those that you are working with or those that are surrounding you in your public life, in your professional life. A lack of fire, a lack of passion, and maybe even not having the energy to start or complete task, a hard time completing task, starting task, taking steps, taking that first step, starting that journey, leaving that behind. Your thoughts, feelings, and emotions are weighing you down. This is your time for self-care, Virgo. And I think in last week's reading, we did talk about self-care and about including some type of self-care into your daily routine. And it doesn't need to be anything grand. It doesn't need to be anything out of the ordinary. It's really setting your intention to create a time, to create a space for self-care, and then following through with an action. So even if it is reading a book for 5 minutes, a 5-minute daily meditation, or even sitting and enjoying the fall weather, but it's something simple, a hot bubble bath, a nice warm cup of tea. But as we're doing that, as we're experiencing that, we have set the intention that this is the space for self-care. Self-care is very important for you at this time, Virgo. And you know, that new moon amplifying those thoughts, those feelings, and those emotions that you are already experiencing does require self-care. It also requires you to let your guard down and let those closest to you, let those surrounding you know what you are feeling and what you are experiencing. It is okay to be vulnerable. In your home life, victory, contracts, regrets, worldly things, okay, thank you, Spirit. Virgo, you have won. You have received what it is that you wanted to receive. You have won. You have received what it is, or you have achieved what it is that you wanted to achieve. And you're looking back at it with regret. Looking back at it with regret because it was tied to worldly things, or it tied you to worldly things. Your feelings are not lining up with the facts here. Connecting with and sharing your inner truth with those people that are involved in this situation will help. And it will help you align your thoughts and your feelings with the facts. And when your thoughts and your feelings are aligned with the facts, that is when we begin to find that inner peace that you are looking for. That quietness, that stillness that you are looking for. Virgo, do determine what is fact and what is fantasy. And when you are able to distinguish from what is facts and what is fantasy, do not make any big moves. Do not make any sudden changes. Relax and process. The opportunity will present itself. So it's almost like you do not need, once everything lines up and once everything is in place and you're clear, the opportunity will come to you. You do not have to force, or you do not have to make that opportunity happen. It will come to you. Final thoughts, final messages. There's a lot of words, a lot of contracts, a lot of emotion. Stepping into your power. Again, Virgo, you need the facts. In order to receive the facts, you need to talk or you need to communicate with someone. And because you need to talk or you need to communicate with someone, it's causing you stress. This person that you need to talk with, that you need to communicate with, has been somewhat dishonest. They have not been forthcoming. They did not share all of the information that they needed to share with you. And dealing with people like that can be very difficult, Virgo. Dealing with people like that can be very difficult. And again, with that new moon in Scorpio, do expect to have parts of your shadow self revealed this week. And so, Virgo, do admit the role that you played in this situation. It's almost like You got swept up into a moment. You got swept up into a situation. And it's to win, to achieve, to receive what it is that you wanted to receive or what it is that you wanted to achieve. It required a little bit of underhandedness. It required a little bit of deception. And I believe you were okay with a little bit of deception, a little bit of fudging on the rules. But the person or people that were involved in this with you took it above and beyond what you were willing to go. And this is the time to make peace or to come to terms with the role that you played and not deflect anything onto the other parties involved. And that is the message that I have for the sign of Virgo. Thank you, Virgo. You have a blessed week.